Hi, everybody. I'm Trina on my 90th birthday. Can you imagine that I made it this far? That's hard for me to imagine it. And also, it's the beginning of the 50th anniversary of Hope of the Flowers. So, bless you for being with me today to celebrate. My friends in Korea say that on your birthday, you give gifts to other people. So I've been trying to think, what can I do during this COVID time? With so many things at a distance. I've been given a few wonderful presents during this COVID period. One is my faithful little volunteer team that's helping me with hope all the time. Secondly, I've had a wonderful time with working with Dr. Rita Marie Lascazo in her unstoppable health things, working at my blood sugar issues. And that has been a wonderful program. You make a little community of people caring about health. Then thirdly, and this is what I'm going to feature today, I've been introduced to spring forest Qigong every day. And that's been just a wonderful, wonderful calming meditative practice, typically at 9 o'clock every morning, every weekday morning. And it's been just so relaxing. And so I thought I'd dare try to share a little bit with you today and see what I can recall from the year of practice that I've been doing. And the theme of it is very beautiful. It's, I am in the universe. The universe is in my body. The universe and I combine as one. That's really a very beautiful kind of prayer to be saying together. And there are people around the world doing it at the same time, and you can also pick it up later. You don't have to do it together with everybody, but I like to try to do it at 9 o'clock every morning myself. So I have that sense of all of us doing this sort of thing together. So I'm going to start with the Monday. We do the 5 elements each day of the week, the 5 days, Monday through Friday. So I'm going to start with Monday, because it seems the logical thing to do. I'm standing, by the way, in my backyard with very busy streets, so you'll hear some noises, all kinds of noises that are going to happen during this. And I'm in front of my field of stinging nettles, which I harvest and share with people. Anybody who's not local and wants stinging nettles for their nutritional value and their tea, I have lots. I'd love to share them. Okay, so here we're going to go. Typically, the person leading it, which is a different person every week. This is very wonderful. So you get people of all colors, men and women, and different ages, and they all are doing basically the same thing with their little personal touches. So I love these differences, and it's been so wonderful to have these differences over the years. So this is the first time I'm trying to lead anything or do anything public. My goodness here. Okay, everybody, I'm about to start, and I'm in front of my big field of stinging nettle, and my coach is saying, be loud. It's really kind of hard because it's a meditative process, but I'll try to be loud so that you can hear me outside like this, if whatever consternation passes by on my very busy county road. Okay, so you're supposed to stand or sit or lie down or just imagine. And if you're standing like I am, your feet are shoulder width apart. And for me, I carry a lot of tension in my shoulders. So drop those shoulders and relax them. And pull that chin in a little bit. And you can bend your knees a little bit. And usually the person in charge, as you start, by a few little exercises. And we start usually by bouncing. So you think of people all over the world bouncing together, just bouncing. Let your hands swing free, just work from the knees on up, and whatever happens, happens. And you keep going, and you keep bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. So this is something for the whole family. The kids love doing it, so you can. And gradually and gently raise your arms, and you keep bouncing, and you make those wrists floppy. You don't have to flop them yourself. Just let your knees flop them whatever way they want. And so here we are, we're bouncing away. And this is to detox. So the breathing position, with this part of it, is in through the nose, sort of out through the mouth. Because you're detoxing. That's the point of this part. So you're detoxing and trying to get rid of all those things. And the way they often say it is, you let go of that energy you don't need anymore, and it flies away like beautiful butterflies or colored smoke or something like that. They use all kinds of beautiful colored images in this whole practice. Different ones use different images. So then after you bounce, you can bounce a long time if you want to, and it's good for you. But we're going to bring our arms down now. Bounce a little bit more and then get your spine a little bit lubricated. Bouncing still. And let your body tell you what to do. Listen to your body. It's the feeling that you have in your body. Try not to think too much. That's hard for me. I like to think. And so, then you come to a kind of quiet space. And then you wake up a few points. You might feel some tingling already from the bouncing. But they recommend you touch a few points. Like apparently, this is a stomach point. You can use a couple of fingers, and you do it 9 times. Almost everything we do 9 times. That seems to be the magic spring forest number. So I won't count them every time, but here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then up between the eyebrows, it's the bladder meridian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the top of the head, that. And then the back of the head. Then you move down to this little point that sticks up. It's the bony protrudence here. And that apparently is the point which the energy from the sky, and it touches the energy of the earth, and you're bringing them together. So you massage that. Okay, and here's some other points that you do. One side. You cup your hand and you do inside your left elbow. Then you do inside your right elbow. Typically 9 times. I'm not even counting properly. And then you sort of bend over a bit. And you take your loose fist and you kind of do that tailbone, that sacrum, and that tailbone down there. And you give it some gentle vibrations. And then you find this point by your hips. And then perhaps we're ready to start the practice for Monday, which is the joining of yin and yang. So that goes like this. You put one hand up by your face and one hand down by your navel. And you do not touch your body right now. And so you're here and you think of a very bright light behind your navel, a nice golden bright light, and maybe green, because green is the day for this particular practice, but it can be any color you choose that you love. So then one hand goes up, and the other hand goes down. And you keep doing this. It's a meditative exercise. And it's supposed to join this pillar of light that goes from your head down through your torso and can be brightly colored, can be green, can be gold, can be anything you want it to be. And you keep going. And this time you're breathing through your nose. I recommend that you keep a smile on your face. And they have a little acronym for it. Start my internal love energy. Then smile. And the theme of today is happiness. The leader often is saying things like, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Happiness is all around me. I'm so happy. And even if you don't feel quite so happy, just saying it is a help to think of the happy things in your life. Even though the world is in pretty strange shape right now, there's a lot of happiness in our everyday life that we can imagine. So we'll bring this to the end for the sake of this demo, but this can go on and on if you want. You just bring your hands down. And you think of that energy ball behind your navel, spinning round in a clockwise position, however you imagine that clockwise position to be. And then it becomes smaller and smaller and brighter and brighter. And it's a little pill deep down behind the navel there. And so then you harvest your chi. That's what you've been doing during all this time. You've been trying to develop your chi. So now you try to harvest it. So that's one way that you focus on that little energy ball. And then you do some of these exercises again that we did before. And then we start now with the face. We give the face a little massage, and it's like a heart. You go up next to the nose, and you come down like a heart shape. You go up next to the nose, and this touches a lot of the energy points in your face. And then you massage your ears, starting at the top. And if you feel a little bit of something there, stay with it a little longer. Work it out. And then go down to the bottom and pull on those earlobes a little. And then we'll go through some of the other things again. We'll tap here under the eyes. We'll tap at the forehead. And then we'll comb our hair. We'll touch the scalp and move our fingers through our head, through our hair. And then up the top of the head again, and the back of the head, get to that C7, and then do your tailbone, and so and then you think about your kidneys. They're sort of up a little bit from that. And you can put your hands quietly there and bring some heat into it. And then turn your hands over and massage them a bit. And then you do your arms. You start at the top, go to the outside. And you can do it many times. Make this last a long time if you wish, or also during the day if you want to. Then do the right arm. And then do your torso. This, underneath the left arm, down. And then your knees. Okay. And 9 times behind the knees. You should knee sideways. Okay. That's about it. And sometimes they do what they call the Dolphin in the neck. A simple but sort of strange sounding exercise. So you put your chin out a bit, you bring it down, and you pretend you're grabbing a golf ball. Then you pull your chin up again, and you let the golf ball go, and you then just spin back a little bit, and you do it over again. And we are told that this is a good exercise for all breathing problems, and for COVID, and other things like that. So you can see what a gentle whole thing this is. So if it fits you in some way or another, get on board. And this is my gift for my birthday to you. I'm suggesting that you watch this on the lives that is on Facebook under Spring Forest Qigong. Thank you so much for watching. So good, better, best. And we make it through together. Together, that's our theme. Happy year ahead for everybody. Peace.